I met Gail through my very good friend at Barnard. She was living in New York, being a fashion designer. Even us, who were kind of small people and always were, we wore girdles. And my mother wore armor. I can picture it so well. Girdles were in fashion, and they were so anti-feminist. When Gail and I started Hanky Panky, we were definitely wanting to build a company that would appeal to women. It became Gail's aim to come up with a comfortable thong. And that is really an oxymoron, a comfortable thong, except that we achieved that goal. And Gail completed her struggles designing it in 1986. Our Park Avenue office has become known as the Panty Palace. I think it defines Hanky Panky that Gail and I, that two women, created it, have been running it hands-on for 38 years. It feels female-centric in all sort of the best ways. I'm just so proud to be a part of this revolution.
I started playing instruments very young, just as a passion. And for the longest time, I never knew that music production was an option for me. I did not see anybody who looked like me doing any of these things. And so my role models were basically men, you know. Music production traditionally has been a passed down art. It's something that an older person or a more experienced person will pass down to a budding young engineer or a beat maker or a producer. And traditionally, that more experienced person has been a male person in the community. Many recording sessions, much of the action in music production happens at night, happens at times that aren't really appropriate for young girls to be alone with men in studios which are typically dark and closed off without windows because of the sound isolation. Gender Amplified in the future will be a recording space and studio where girls can stay overnight and feel protected and not have to worry about abuses for the sake of learning. When I look back at some of the risks I took just trying to learn when I was younger, it baffles me that I'm still here. So I think we miss out on an opportunity to accurately archive culture. If there's only one type of sound that's making it through, produced by one type of individual, we really cheapen what could be a much richer historical document. What will the girl in 3016 be looking to? We want to leave them with some sort of guidance. We want to leave a legacy as women in the 21st century.
I think a lot of the times when I tell people that I have so many brothers, they immediately kind of like apologize, like as if growing up with that many boys kind of at your throat is a disadvantage in some way. But I think living with that many boys shows you that you're much more similar than you think you are. We definitely grew up like sharing clothes, playing the same sports, roughhousing. I was really lucky to have like a environment where I didn't need to prove myself because of my gender, because a lot of it was equal to begin with. My brothers still like cheer me on to this day. My little brother calls me scary sometimes because like he sees that like women can be strong and women can be confident and competitive, and that's not a bad thing. So then when I went to Barnard, I was really conflicted because I had this feeling of these are exactly the kind of people I want to be in 4 years. I want to be in New York. I want to have a great education that's also a liberal arts education, but I don't know if I want to be around all women all the time. It was strange for me because for the first time I was thinking about gender as like a roadblock. And growing up with all boys, I never looked at gender as something that was standing in my way of anything. But then I think it only took like one day in orientation where I was like, okay, perfect, made the right decision. I truly did apply in spite of the fact that it was all women's. And now the fact that it's all women's is probably one of the primary reasons why I love it.